Oh, sugar honey iced tea. It's the EAC show.
Good day, ladies and gents. I'm Emilio A. Colon.
And I am Marcus Mack, and this is the EAC show coming to you from sunny South Florida with episode 78. What's going on, Emilio?
Marcus Mack, we don't got too many topics to talk about on episode 78. This is our Effing Friday episode, our Fucking Friday episode, so this is our uncensored episode. But we got to talk about the ass whooping that FC Barcelona took by the hands of Bayern Munich. This shit was so bad. The fucking coach didn't even make it on the team flight back. They fired him before, right after the game. Literally, they said, pack your shit, find your own way home. They don't even want. It was 8-2, Marcus Mack.
Yeah, that's a mean gap. Let alone like what's the ratio like as far as scoring in a good soccer game? My first mind to call it football, by the way. That's why I was stuttering.
Of course, it's football. Football everywhere in the world except here.
Except for America, right? Yeah. But what's the average scoring in a good football game?
Great question. Normally you get 2-1, 1-0, 3-2 if you get really good teams that both can score. You know what I'm saying? In this case, you would expect maybe a 3-2 or 4-3 game, whatever.
Barcelona way.
Yeah.
At least.
8-2. Let me explain something to you. 8-2 in a game that was so bad that Bayern Munich scored on themselves. So that really means that the score would have been 9-1.
Yeah, that's a mean upset though. Do you know what the odds?
It's just an ass whooping.
Yeah, listen, but the odds on that game was definitely not in that favor.
Hell no. Not even close.
That's a fact.
To be honest with you, Bayern Munich literally kicked Barcelona's teeth, and it was ugly. Like, it was 4-1 at halftime, Marcus Mack, and Barcelona did not score a goal. Bayern Munich scored an own goal. They attributed to all 5 goals in the first half. It was bad, yo. It was awful.
Yeah, I bet you're glad you ain't bet on that game.
Let me explain something to you. I would have took Bayern Munich if I bet on the game anyway, so it didn't matter to me. But I'm a big PSG fan, and PSG gets a lot of flack for spending so much money and this, that, and the third, and blah, 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 blah. Let me explain something to you. Nobody on Barcelona's team got off ready to play that game. They were not ready, fam. Literally, the whistle blew, Bayern Munich scored a goal. It was like Oprah Winfrey's show where she gave everybody a car. It was like, you get a goal, you get a goal, you get a goal, everybody get a goal. Listen, it was like I was waiting for DJ Khaled at halftime to come out and say, another one. It was so ugly, so bad. Like, Barcelona didn't even have pride in the end and say, you know what? We're getting our asses kicked. Let's just, let's figure out a way to just keep the score low just for pride. It was disgusting. So many memes on Instagram and all that. It's so bad, Mark. It's ugly right now on social media. Yeah, Twitter is going insane.
Barcelona left their feet home.
They left everything home. They left everything home.
Yeah, because that gap is crazy. That gap alone speaks volumes.
I got a question. I got a real question.
I ain't check out the actual game too, by the way. I ain't check it out.
If you're a brother, right? If you're a brother for one of the players, how do you look your brother in the eye after getting smacked 8-2? What do you say?
How you look yourself in the mirror? That's what I'm gonna say. How do you look at yourself in the mirror? That's what I'm saying.
I want to give a shout out to all the wives and all the significant others that hold down their husbands and their boyfriends during this time. Because when you get your shit stomped 8-2 in a game that big, yo, there's got to be some serious cuddling, love making, baby making.
A lot of licking wounds. Shout out to them for at least not having to lick wounds on their own.
Let me explain to you. I wait all week, Marcus Mack, for Effing Friday episodes, yo. Do not take it lightly, okay? You're saying licking wounds. These girls are doing a lot of all that good stuff.
Yeah, of course. Anything else would be uncivilized.
Obviously, we're joking. We're being comedians on here. But in all seriousness, like, what do you say to somebody that got stomped like that? Like me, if Ignatius' team got killed like that, I'm like, yo, y'all fucking suck.
Yeah, but what do you think was the issue though? Like, what you think was like the turning point of the game? Obviously, they must have been getting waxed the whole game. So what you
They were
think
getting
was
waxed
like
in the first 7 minutes. First 7 minutes, the game was 1-1. Then all of a sudden, the game went to 2-1. Then it went to 3-1. Then it went to 4. It was just literally like an avalanche. Like snow was just dropping on Barcelona.
so okay, so they were just having a bad game, or there was some missing pieces. What you think it was for real?
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I personally feel like, the way Bayern Munich was playing, it looked like them guys were taking those HGH, those testosterone pills that they sell like late at night at 1, 2 in the morning on commercials on TV and shit.
Yeah.
Like Nutrigenics and shit.
Right.
All of FC Bayern Munich was on like HGH, and Barcelona wasn't. That's what it looked like. Dude, they were running all over the field. It was a turnover. They were running back. They were scoring goals. They were this. They were that. Literally, it looked like a bunch of mosquitoes and flies was all over the field, and Barcelona had no idea what to do.
Yeah, we seeing a whole lot of unicorns since sports started back. That Brooklyn game was definitely a unicorn. Here, this one go here now, because like I said, no, there was no way in the world the odds was in that favor with that spread. No way in the world. That's crazy. That's a day. You see what happened with Brooklyn? That was a unicorn. This right here is another one right here.
Marcus, this felt like some Rocky IV shit against Apollo Creed. This is what this felt like.
Somebody
honestly.
lost a lot of money on that game.
Money, forget money. They lost pride. They lost their jobs.
Yeah.
Like you can't even the food. Let me explain something to you. Food tastes bad. You don't want to have sex. You don't want to look at your significant other. Like everything is just bad. This is a bad taste in your mouth. You don't even feel like you put your underwear on correctly. Like you don't even want to see people in public. Like in all actuality, you think about it. Barcelona goes back to Barcelona. And those players walk the street. They might get tomatoes thrown at them, yo.
Oh man, I hope they get a chance to get over this before they hear this podcast. Because they hear how you talking, that should have sent them right into a hole.
I'm just keeping it real. I'm just being 100% honest with you, Marcus Mack. Marcus Mack, we're talking about the most famous sport in the world. The world. We're talking about soccer here in America, football in the rest of the world. They take this shit so serious, Marcus Mack. Let me explain this. Those players might drive and get back to Barcelona and drive their cars out of their training facilities and might get mobbed by fans that are so pissed off because they wanted Barcelona to win.
You would be in that mob?
Oh, I mean, I'm not like that. Of course not. But I'm telling you how serious people take it. You can look it up online, Marcus. Don't believe me. Go look it up and see.
Oh, you know I'm going to.
Outrageous situations of fans literally like throwing shit at players' cars after they take a bad L or whatever it may be. Like, I'm telling you, it's that bad, Marcus. It's really that bad.
What's next? What's next for football, though? What's next for soccer?
There's a couple other games. There's one game tomorrow. It's Manchester City versus Lyon. It's an English team versus a French team. Hopefully Lyon wins. I'm repping for the French league, obviously, being the fact that I'm so big in the PSG. And Marcus, I want to give a shout out to Athletic Interest. If you guys don't know, check it out on YouTube. Athletic Interest is an amazing show. He does a lot of business side of sports. He did, we saw it today, Marcus Mack. He did PSG as a club. He does LeBron James and why LeBron James is intertwined with Liverpool and Nike. He did Roger Federer being a money mogul. Athletic Interest is a great tool for a person that doesn't want to take all day to learn something and literally know something about the business side of sports.
Yeah, most definitely. If you hear us bring it up on the show, and we just coming across this stuff. So if you hear us bring it up on the show, trust me, it's definitely very informative. I enjoyed it. I'm actually gonna binge watch it soon as we done with the show. It's probably gonna be in the morning because I definitely have some things to do tonight. But I'm gonna check it out in the morning, and I could, because when we was watching it, we was binge watching for a little while, wasn't we?
Yeah, because it gets interesting. It sucks you in. It tells you shit that that people really don't put their mind to. Like if you really think about it, one situation was the situation with LeBron James and Liverpool being represented by New Balance, and that's not a good look for LeBron James and his brand. So LeBron James being a partial owner of Liverpool Football Club with Fenway Sports, who is the Boston Red Sox owner, Mr. John Henry, and them, they own the majority of Liverpool. It's not a good look You will never see LeBron James in a Liverpool jersey, and that shit says New Balance. There's
Yeah.
no chance.
Yeah, but the deal was definitely a much better deal though when they switched over from New Balance to Nike.
They were able to prove that the marketing power of famous athletes that Nike have, such as Serena Williams, LeBron James, and Drake, to name somebody else, that marketing power is actually more beneficial for Liverpool than the deal that New Balance could match from Liverpool.
Yeah, so, and that was actually a very big part of that case too. A very big. That was like the turning point of the case. That right there. Once they have that bargaining power, because and they tried to say that that they can't use that, and the courts shouldn't be able to make a judgment off of that because it's too
measurable. It's not measurable.
It wasn't measurable. But then the courts was like, not measurable. We're talking about the biggest in their respective arenas. Drake. Who was the other one? Serena Williams, one of the greatest to touch a tennis racket. We got Drake, LeBron James. You understand what I'm saying? So, the greatest in their respective arenas, and there's nowhere in the world you can say that was what's the word that they used?
Measurable. They couldn't
unmeasurable.
Yeah.
You could measure that. That's definitely measurable.
So the thing is, Marcus Mack, that in life, and you and I both know this, it's always not about what you know, it's about who you know. Mm-hmm. So when Nike having that marketability power with those big name athletes, it helped them get this huge ass deal. So for Champions League, we got the final game being played tomorrow, and then we have the semifinals game being played next Tuesday and Wednesday. The Tuesday game is going to be PSG versus Leipzig, and then next Wednesday it's going to be Bayern Munich versus the winner of Manchester City and Lyon. And I'm personally rooting for Lyon, not for nothing, to be honest with you, because I get tired of hearing how weak the French league is. And in all actuality, the French league has 2 teams in the quarterfinals, 1 team in the semifinal. So to have 2 teams in the semifinals, I can actually do another episode of All Y'all Can Kiss My Ass. So I'm so excited, Marcus Mack. So this is our F It Friday episode, Marcus Mack. I gotta let you know, man. Before we started the show, we were doing a little bit of pre-show, and there was this thing that we were talking about in the pre-show, and you played a little clip of it. We're gonna play a little clip of it at the end. But once you started playing that clip, Marcus Mack, my 2 women in the house started going nuts over that clip.
Yeah, she definitely did a thing. She definitely did a thing. The crazy thing is I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, she practiced this. She definitely practiced this.
We're gonna leave the sauciness for the end of the show for sure. But now we're gonna talk about the NBA. The NBA officially is back. The Blazers ended up winning. Damian Lillard's been going ham. He scored 154 points in the last 3 games, Marcus Mack. But Vlade Divac, the GM for the Sacramento Kings, has stepped down, and Joe Dumars is going to take his place. Not for nothing, Marcus. Vlade Divac has had multiple opportunities to be able to try to make Sacramento something again, because they haven't been anything since Vlade Divac played for them that long ago, and that's how long it's been. And he was actually a player for the Kings when they were actually good. So in all actuality, Marcus, real talk, this is a sign of respect. They allowed him to step down, and they didn't fire him.
Right. And that's pretty much where it looked like it was going to head. It was like, look, man, we're going to fire you anyways. So, go ahead and step down. Well, what direction you think they headed in with Vlade Divac?
I think they had good talent. I just think they couldn't put it together. There was too many, excuses, firing this coach, firing that coach, trading this player, trading that player. I just feel like you do need new blood once you don't start seeing results, Marcus Mack. So I think Vlade gave them a nice core to be able to work with of youth and talented players. They just have to be able to put it together, whether it's a new GM, new coach, or whatever it may be. But they have the players. They have Buddy Hield, DeAndre Fox. They have Marcus Bagley. They have a few players that they can put pieces together. Bogdanovic. They have pieces to be able to do things. They just have to start winning fucking games at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Vlade, and this happens all the time. You put a team together, they don't mesh well for you, you get fired or you resign or you move on, and then they start fucking winning games. And you're like, what the fuck?
Y'all wait till I leave to pop it off? Yeah,
exactly.
man.
So Marcus, let me ask you a question, and let me get your opinion on this. I want to hear how you would have handled it, right?
Right.
So let's say I'm the owner, and I come in and I say, you're the GM and you're Vlade Divac, and I say, Vlade, you know what? it's not looking too good, man. We're gonna have to let you go. So, how would Marcus Mack on this Effing Friday episode take that?
Alimony. Alimony. That's a very good question, Emilio. I mean, because what are we parting ways with? What do we let's part ways with something? I mean, unless it was in the contract or how long was he over there? What, like?
He was there for a good minute. He had time to turn that team around. It just didn't work out.
What are we talking about? Like 15 years?
No, not that long. No. But probably a good 6, maybe 7 or something like that. Yeah. He had time.
Okay.
He had time.
All right. Yeah. Well, yeah, man. Because that's what anybody should be thinking about. If we parting ways, we end this relationship. Because like I said, it seems like more they had his back to the wall. Like, yo, you got to go anyways. Like, you know what I mean? You're almost at that point, brother. So you might as well just go ahead and bow out, fade to black.
Now role reverse it. So now you are the owner, and I'm Vlade Divac to ask me. Tell me you gonna fire me.
How you doing today, Vlade? You all right?
I'm all right, Marcus. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm hanging in there, man. You know, I called you in here to talk to you. I just wanted to tell you something. All right, so we're redoing the building, and we might need your office. Is that cool with you?
Okay, so you basically let me go.
Yeah, you gotta go, bro.
Okay, so I'm taking every motherfucker with me. I'm taking toilet paper. I'm taking that painting. I'm taking this. I'm taking that. I'm taking everything. Because these motherfuckers didn't play for me. I drafted these guys. I gave these guys opportunity, and these motherfuckers couldn't win no motherfucking games. That don't got nothing to do with me.
Well, listen, Vlade. I love you. We love you here. Like, hey, look, it's been a good run, but we just. Matter of fact, you can have everything in the room.
Fuck that shit. I'm a Hall of Famer. Now, one of these guys is a Hall of Famer. Go kick them out. Go trade them. Go literally tell them they got to do better. It's not me. I'm drafting players. They're not playing. That's the difference. All
right, so check this out. Do you think with the new GM stepping in, like I said, I asked you if you think it's going in a good direction, but do you think he's going to do a much better job then? Because what the bottom line is, they got to win games, right?
At the end of the day, it's on the players. The players would just play. The players would just play better, and Vlade Divac would be home and be like, "Y'all motherfuckers couldn't do this shit for me." That's exactly what's going to happen. I promise you. DeAndre Fox, Buddy Hield, all those guys, they'll end up making the playoffs, and Vlade Divac would be like, "Yeah, I really couldn't do this a year earlier." Like, real talk. Like, I had to steal the toilet paper, take the paintings down, move my office. Like, you really couldn't do this 1 year earlier.
Nah, wasn't good timing. The time wasn't right.
And dude, not for nothing, Vlade's a great guy, yo. Vlade, no one ever has anything bad to say about Vlade Divac. Vlade Divac is a great guy. So if you can't play for him, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with y'all.
No, I ain't gonna lie to you, ladies and gentlemen, all the viewers. I'm checking out this video here. You know, a lot of times I have videos. Hey, Emilio, man, what's going on? Give me the backstory on this. I know she just got signed. Oh, no, she didn't get signed. She renewed a contract, right? There was a contract extension. Okay. So, obviously, she was very happy. We are too. Very happy.
Yeah, so shout out to Valeria Ladera. She was stoked about signing her brand new contract with Bellator. Bellator is an MMA fight promotion, and she was extremely happy. She's 5'4", flyweight, and she was extremely happy of signing her new contract extension. And she did the most of social media, and she went out there and she decided to twerk. Now, we have to be able to rate this market rate on her twerking skills. So remember, we're in sunny South Florida.
Listen, I just want to make something clear, right? And you guys could see it on the screen, right? None of this was just a freestyle. This whole situation was choreographed. This wasn't just twerking. There's a little bit of hip hop in there, a little bit of cheerleading. She had pom-poms back in the day. She got a lot going on in the rear area. Obviously, she's very limber. We could see by this split, very limber. It's very limber. You know what I'm saying?
Could she work at Diamond Dogs? Could you really work at Diamond Dogs?
I think she can. And I don't think nobody's running off with her bread neither. That's a fact. Nobody's running down on her.
Hole?
Huh?
You put him in a submission hole?
Yeah, that's a fact. It's over with. They got the right one. They got the right one. Well, judging by that arch in her back and that pop that she do, you know what I'm saying? I would have got food too.
The funny part about it is, all honesty, I'll be honest with you. We follow UFC on this show. We don't really follow Bellator. I know nothing about this girl other than this video. So she could work at DD's, and I would have no idea.
That's a fact. I would have to see her knuckles. Like, damn, baby girl, you fire. First thing you ask, let me see your toes, though. then right after you say, yo, your feet look kind of strong. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. If she got them knockout hands, she got them grown man knockout hands, oh yeah.
Marcus, back up. We're gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you the truth. We had a SEC football related topic that we had to cover. We ain't even gonna cover that shit. We didn't do the fucking promo today. Fuck that shit too. Marcus Smack. So I want you guys to click like, subscribe on all podcast platforms and on YouTube. Marcus Mack, enjoy the weekend. This is F It Friday, episode 78. I'm Emilio A. Colon. That's Marcus Mack. Marcus Mack, send us off.
Speculation talk over.
Shit crazy.
Make it drop, that's some wet. Now get a bucket and a mop, that's some wet. I'm talking wop, that's some wet. Macaroni in a pot, that's some wet. Huh.
Oh, sugar honey iced tea. It's the EAC show.